Hey guys, so I'm here with my mom, Brenda, the master gardener, and we are here today to talk a little bit about the gardens that we are thinking for the house. Basically, my thought is I have a lot of hopes and dreams for gardens here. I have big plans, but I want to start small because I don't want to overwhelm myself, especially with everything going on and inside and trying to get into the house. But I was hoping that at least I could start with like a little bit of a front garden here this year and get like the plants growing, because it takes time for them to really mature or whatever, especially after you transplant, in my very limited experience, I have found. So we're just kind of looking at stuff today and trying to get a little bit of a game plan on what we're thinking for this. So basically I'm thinking, big picture, I'm going to want to have it kind of go all the way around and even to the end of the house, but we still have more stuff going on there for, now it's starting to rain, for driveway stuff, even all across here. I mean, there's going to be driveway stuff going on. So I'm wondering if maybe I should just start with the front, obviously not in front of the door, but just the front for this year.
I think it's nice to start small and then build, but have a game plan. And then you also had said that you wanted a walkway right to the front door.
So thinking something coming over here and then having gardens on this side and then on that side. I don't know if it should just be like plain gardens, like just in the front. Let me smudge off. Like just in the front and then the thing over, or I did see, like, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here, but let me see, screen record right there. Okay, so there was also one, like, let me see, where was it? I did see that.
That's really cute.
Yeah, which is more going on than just the little border in the front. But then if I had something like this, maybe, I don't know if this is too much, definitely not this year, but with the path to the driveway, which is really pretty.
Yeah, and that's more of a, you have to decide if you want like space between your plants or you want them to all be, like more cottage gardening and they're all touching, or you want a little more space in between.
Right, and I'm kind of thinking maybe it's maybe like a little bit more, probably more like towards the cottage garden. Like, I like the look of this, not necessarily this color scheme, but with the different layers.
Right, that's very nice.
But I also kind of like, I don't want it to be too natural, like this was just kind of pretty, but, and same with this one here. There's not this color scheme, but the way that it's like has the short ones in the front and then the taller ones in the back. Although, like you said, you also want to be able to enjoy it from the back.
But although, you're going to have the railing right here, so I think you probably should have like taller in the back and then come down front instead of,
Because maybe
like
if there were some more like perennials in the back mixed in, but maybe have like some sort of an annual in the front that's like always blooming or sort of interspersed so that there's always some color, but then the other things coming and going as it's their season.
I've noticed in several of the things you've just showed me that you have this border right here, which is just your basic alyssum,
right?
Which grows all season. It's an annual.
That's what we have at our house. And it lasts us
they're great.
And just fill in any space, and
because
in the YouTube videos I've been watching, because I've been watching a lot of videos lately, a lot of them say that if you have open space, then the earth wants to grow something there, and so it'll either grow weeds or just don't have open space, and then it won't grow as many weeds. So
just make sure you decide what you want there, so that goes good.
This one I just think is pretty.
Well, that's gorgeous, and that's mostly dahlias.
Is it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, because dahlias have a lot of different kinds. And I'm sure I can find some. So I have a color scheme that I'm really liking. And it's kind of like this. So it's like really dark maroons with like lighter pinks and whites and some orangey sort of coral colors. That's kind of similar, but like that is just to die for. And not that one.
I don't think those are that hard to, you can do that.
A lot of them are just tulips. I really like tulips, but like you said, they only grow at certain times. So, oh, look at how beautiful that is.
I know. You're just going to have to find things to extend your season a little bit, and that can be in your color scheme. And I think you can do it with peonies and things like that.
So I'll just have to find the right.
Beautiful.
Do you know what that is?
It's a kind of tulip.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah.
I really like tulips, which is a pain
But you
because
could get peonies that are almost like that, and those are dahlias.
yes, and that's a really pretty color.
Oh, beautiful.
Tulips are like gorgeous, 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 but they are so short living.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely like that color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm thinking for this garden.
Yep.
But we'll just have to figure out exactly how to get the right plants so that there's always like things blooming and that which isn't blooming has pretty leaves and stuff.
And I would, it would cut down a lot, I think, if you could get some low growing shrubbery, because it always adds that element of shape, and then it covers quite a bit of area.
Right.
You know, to fill in with too. And
I think as long as I find something that I like the leaves of, then I would be good with that. And maybe even over there, maybe could be. I want to do something with the bay window area, so probably it'll be garden over across here, and then it'll stop for the doorway, and then something around here. So another thing, not this year, but would be to put up a fence here potentially.
yes,
So that you don't see the barn, and have something viney or beautiful along that. Would be really nice.
Yep.
Either something viney or maybe roses. They probably wouldn't do well there, or would they do well there?
I know they like a lot of sun.
So they probably wouldn't get it there.
Yeah.
Because the afternoon sun is from here.
Yeah, but see, then if you have a fence.
Right. Yeah.
But you still might be able to have some, and like even a climbing rose or something might work.
Right. Or, I mean, there are a lot of viney things that I like.
That might be also something that you could add in as some roses over here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ones
A little
that
bit
you
better.
might be able to put in there. I mean, you're going to, well, this is like northern though, but
Yeah.
if you're going to get the afternoon, I don't know how it'll do.
But even something here, I think something really pretty could be here. Even growing up the
oh
building,
yeah,
or make
that
a
would be
trellis
really
of some
nice.
sort.
Yep.
Of
That'd be
course,
perfect place.
all of this stuff, well, it's going to start out small anyway, so it probably would be fine to grow it here this year, but with doing the siding and stuff,
Yeah, I wouldn't
at some
worry.
point, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be.
I mean, I'm guessing you're going to do it within the next year or so, so
Yeah, it'd either be this year or next year. Different new siding for sure.
you might want to hold off. I don't know.
But something might be nice there because it would get good sun there, and then to climb up that, we could do a trellis or something, and then have some sort of a garden here.
I'm thinking what would be nice for you is to really go to a good garden center where the people know plants
Do we
and
have
talk
one
to
of
them.
those?
We may have to travel for it.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Go on a road trip.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Where could we go, do you think?
I've heard there's some good ones in Canada, but I don't know what it's like crossing the border.
If you're buying stuff, yeah, it might be tricky with dirt and plants. And we could still go there to get ideas. It'd be, I don't want to like talk to them all day and then end up not buying anything, you know? So that's
Yeah,
weird,
I don't know.
but-
I'll have to think about that because I've never really done it, but like I think there's probably a lot in Vermont that we could go over to.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking, at least for the meanwhile, like for this year, since we're not going to put anything right there, you could take that big rock that's in the middle of the lawn and throw it in front of the thing. I'll probably have one step down. So that's another thing. I mean, we're going to have, we still have more work on the porch. And I know that like the garden will be somewhat in the way, but it doesn't have to be perfect this year. And at least it's getting the plants like rooted and stuff, even if they get trampled a little bit. Right? We won't trample them too much.
Yeah, I mean, you might want to get that porch front up as soon as you can so that you can,
Well, maybe we have enough scraps that we could do it.
maybe.
Because that's the thing is
You're
we don't
doing
have
it
the wood.
with what?
Wood.
Yeah, but tamarack or? Yeah, well, maybe we got some too, you know, I mean. We have some scraps. Just so you can finish that up.
Yeah, there is some scraps there that maybe weren't good for the floor, but maybe are good for the front. So maybe we could do that
It is
first.
hard on gardens when you're always stomping on stuff, because I'm working on that at our house right now. And
we could at least get the dirt part of it figured out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like we can plant stuff now anyway too much.
Well,
Kinda.
soon, very soon, very soon.
So cold.
Well, today it is, but
Yeah.
I'm planning on working my gardens next week, so.
I was also thinking about some trees. It's hard because I don't really know. I'm trying to like figure everything out, where I want everything, but it's just hard. But if I was going to do any trees, like fruit trees or flowering trees or something like that, I would want to kind of get it growing.
I wonder if like in the corner here somewhere would be a good place for a little pretty tree.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, like in here. You
It
could
seems
also
like such a hard
have a
decision.
natural hedge here, but you want a fence, right?
I think so. I think a fence. I think I'd prefer a fence because then I could have a growing vine on it, and then I wouldn't have to worry about pruning it or anything, and that way I can just take it down when I hopefully someday buy that barn and tear it down. Then I can take the fence down and just look at the empty lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I would prefer that.
Yeah.
But
But
I
even
don't think I'll
so,
do
like
it
you
this year.
could, it could be, I don't know, I was just thinking maybe here, but.
Yeah, it's very, very possible. But the other thing is, well, there's this wire.
Oh, yes.
Because I was looking at different trees, and one of them was the Jane Magnolia tree, which I know like it can grow around here. We're in zone B, FYI.
4B?
Cold zone. 4B. Yeah, 4B. Yeah, 4B, which is cold, obviously, and short growing season. But the Jane Magnolia, which is beautiful, when it's blooming, for the short time that it's blooming. I mean, it's beautiful. It's fine. It's like a green little tree thing. But
Is it shrubby? It's just not, it doesn't get tall. It's just a little.
It can
like,
get tall.
It can?
Well, like, not huge, but decently tall. But, and the other thing was there were some peach trees that I saw that would work in our zone apparently, which would be something different that I don't feel like a lot of people have.
There's also this thing called a mock orange,
Oh yeah?
which smells really good and it has white flowers.
Oh, I'll have to look into that.
That's
Is it small?
really cool. Well, it can be. I mean, a lot of trees, if you prune them, I mean, it does take maintenance, but you can keep them the size you want them.
Right.
You just have to prune them.
Because I might have seen that, like, and a lot of people have it like in a pot, and it might have been something else, but and then you can make it like a little circle.
Oh,
And
I don't know.
that was pretty too. That was something.
Yeah, there's a lot of pretty, and it'd be nice to have different flower trees or shrubs that flower at different times. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
The Jane Magnolia apparently sometimes will also bloom again in the summer, which is interesting.
I was just looking out your window to see what you would see, but if you could see anything out your window.
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot to think about. So if you guys have any great ideas, let me know in the comments below. So for this summer, my plan is to hopefully do something with the front, get that going soonish, and also maintain this other little garden that I inherited. So it's such a mess over here now. I also obviously have huge plans for the back garden. I'm going to show a little bit of what I'm thinking for that. But as of right now, it's just like way too much. It's just, don't even think about it now kind of thing, because it needs so much excavation, it's so rough, and it's like a forest. So down the road. But this little garden, I have here, you're like, what garden? I just see junk. And you would be right. But this is a white lilac tree, which is really pretty. It also has some weird vine. Remember that? There's a vine that's really pretty actually, but probably very bad for you. Invasive or whatever.
yeah, not great to have in your garden.
Yeah. So this is starting, yay. It's super pretty, the white lilacs, but the garden itself has like lilies and, what was that? Irises. And
do you remember what color they
peonies.
are?
I think purple.
Oh. Yeah, the peonies now, they should be coming up, or mine are starting to come up, but just barely. I don't know, but I can see those nettles. You know what? We should get them out right off.
Yeah, we have stinging nettles here. They're horrible. They're horrible for anyone, but I'm also adding to that I'm allergic to them and my throat closes up. So,
that's because I made a tea or something and you tried it. Because they're really good for you.
Mom made a tea out of it and I drank it, and I'm telling you the truth. I literally lost my voice just immediately. I couldn't speak. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
And if Dad was here, he'd make some sort of a joke about give it to her again so she'll stop talking. But
you also got something coming up over here. I think these are lily of the valleys, maybe.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, they're cute in the right place. They're cute. They can get a lot, but just like everything here needs to be
dealt with.
Yeah, dealt with.
Because I don't think we did that really last year, and we kind of came in. What's this red stuff?
That is your peony.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
And I think that those are pretty in pink.
Yes, I think you have some pretty nice ones.
Maybe
actually.
We should transplant those to that garden.
Yeah.
It's hard. I don't know for sure what they look like. You know.
Well, they are.
Unless I have pictures.
Early
maybe.
June they bloom.
That's nice.
Or June, but I don't know what part of June actually.
I bet I have pictures or videos maybe that I showed them.
Yeah.
Because I can see them spotted around all over
No,
the place
but we
here.
should work on this soon because it's before it gets
too bad.
Too cray-cray, yeah.
Yeah, and clean up. I got drunk everywhere.
Yep.
So the plan is, so for this, I'm just going to try to maintain it and try to keep it looking like somewhat of a garden this year, unlike previous years. That shed, I think I've told you, I want it taken away and disappeared. So the driveway is going to be widened, hopefully, this year. And that right there is going to turn into some parking spaces. Hopefully, that's the goal. So I don't want to do like over here in the house. Eventually, I would like this whole thing to be garden, this whole thing to be garden, and then all across the front, you know. So basically the whole house, blop, blop, is gardens. But not this year because of all of the excavation stuff that's still going to be needing to be done. But at least we can get a start of it. And if I like the color scheme, if I like the plant stuff, then I could do that. Or also here would be a nice place underneath the bathroom window. I think we can all agree it would be a nice place to have some sort of a trellisy thing with like vines going up there.
Yeah, a clematis or...
Yeah. So that would be really nice.
That'd be very nice. I'll tell you just even the stone like in front and seeing that lilac just makes my heart happy. You know, like a little garden with some stone and...
The stones are beautiful.
Yeah, they are so beautiful.
Use them.
You probably don't have them for there, but whatever. I'm just saying they they make everything look so nice.
Yeah.
And I can just imagine just a beautiful garden out there, you know, like a wooded area. You know, that would be so nice.
So nice.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, and the patio, to look back at that, amazing.
Mm-hmm. It looks so much, you got to remember how much better it looked than last year.
Yeah.
Like there's grass over there. And
looks like, yeah, and there's, look at this, in this pile of sand, somehow we have friends.
Is this where the original was, or did, these are like really, they got quite a few blooms on them. Oh, that's different. That is cool. That's very nice. I've never seen one like that.
Yeah. So, I guess.
Acceptance with joy.
Acceptance with joy. Yeah, but this back garden is going to be amazing someday.
Yeah. I always tell Abby that I almost like it just as much without the leaves than as with the leaves because you can see the brook so nicely and everything. But I'm sure after you get it all, you know, the way you want it and get some of these trees out of here and whatnot.
You'll still be able to see the brook in the summer.
Yes, and it'll be very lovely.
Because you never have been able to.
Yeah.
I mean, even this year we'll be able to see it, you know, because this is open.
And I'll probably change my mind on it already.
It's going to be so nice when it's all gardeny back there.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
You might have a lot of natural growing flowers down there right now.
Yeah, I know there's trilliums down there.
Yep, and you know, a lot of different little things, so.
So do you think that, because the other thing is this year we could throw a few like daffodils back there,
Yeah,
something just
I mean,
to
you
kind
could
of
even
get
move
things-
those. I'm sure you're not going to leave them there.
Right.
They're actually, I mean, you could let them bloom and then just move them. And just,
But I don't
it's not
wanna,
the best time to
I mean,
transplant,
it's the same
but
as with the front and everything. Like, I don't want to just go all willy-nilly and just throw stuff back there. Like, I want to have a set plan for that, and my mind can't really get that yet, nor does it need to, because
Right.
we can't get to it right now.
Right.
So if I can have a set plan for just that little garden in the front, I think that'll be good for me this year, because just start small. And that, not
Absolutely.
even do anything with it, just try to get the weeds out of it.
yeah, right. And then you can decide, you'll know more. It'll be better after you get this out of here, too. You don't want to do a
Ugh.
whole bunch of stuff till you
I
got all
know. It's
this
such a disaster here. Such a
moving of
disaster.
everything. So
Yeah. So,
just remember how far you've come. It's really great.
yeah.
It really is good.
So, I want to show you guys, I'll show you on Pinterest some of my ideas for the back garden, and then before you know it, we will, oh my goodness, I have something to show you. We will be starting actual work on the gardens. But, so I was away for a little bit, and wouldn't you know, I have a special surprise that my dad told William to do, his hired man, which is very sweet of both of them. But check this out. Look at that. It's my mailbox. So like a million years ago, I took the mailbox that was here and I kind of cleaned it up and spray painted it this pretty rose gold color. And then I never put it up because basically Dad said it'll just get hit by the snowplow and everything's just kind of a mess, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because we have this disaster zone of a old thing. But now we can put it up, although maybe not until we do driveway work, I don't know. But look how beautiful it looks. I'm so excited. So stay tuned for that as well. One more thing. Look at this little lawn garden we have growing now. It is April, any idea? Maybe 14th today?
Yeah, 15th.
15th? Do you know what these are, Mama?
I want to say like Scilia. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right or if that's what they are. I bet somebody out there can tell you.
Yeah, put it in the comments below if you know what these little beauties are. There are also some tulips that usually grow right around here. I think it used to be a garden at one point. Well, there used to be a tree there, if you guys remember. Or a stump, at least.
And she had a raised beds up there.
Yeah, and raised beds were that little hump right there. But FYI, future, I'm hoping back there in that area somewhere is where I'll have a raised bed garden for vegetables someday. So, do you think I'm overstepping my boundaries?
Nope. But
I mean, you do all that. You maintain all that.
yeah.
Somehow?
No, I don't think you're overstepping your boundaries, especially if you do it right. To
Right.
Start with, which I did not. But
Well, I can glean from all of your mistakes then.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, hopefully I'll slowly get myself into it and not overdo it.
That's my advice.
Awesome. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a couple pictures of what I'm thinking, envisioning for the future for the garden in the woods behind the house. Let me do my little screen record. So basically you can see kind of it's like a woody sort of thing, probably lots of like hostas and ferns and grasses and stuff. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. I'm thinking probably some like pathways through it and stuff, and maybe some pops of color in the middle of it. But obviously there's the creek and everything, so it's going to be gorgeous. But I really like the different looks of all the greenery together with some sort of a path, maybe in stone or maybe in something else. This little thing was neat, I thought. And definitely I would like to incorporate some sort of trellises with vines that like go up, and maybe some different walkways, and also like with the beautiful stone walls and stuff, you know, incorporate that somehow with different vines maybe, or mosses, or who knows what. So yeah, that's just the general idea, just so you have a picture of what I'm kind of imagining in the garden in the woods. Who knows what it will actually be like, and of course this is not this year but down the road that I'm going to start working on this. But something to look forward to for sure. So I hope you enjoyed this little garden design video. Hopefully we have some sort of an idea of what it's going to be like in the garden, and very soon we will be starting actually doing some work on the garden in the front, and you know, some landscaping as the spring comes forward. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned as we continue exciting things at the house, and very soon mudding will also be complete. So, I'm trying not to bore you with too much mudding, but we are almost there, and soon we'll be painting, believe it or not. So, definitely stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time on A Drill and a Dream.